Maryke Musson, I think I've said that correctly. Maryke Musson, I'll say it 3 times. Welcome to this special Oceans Day and us honoring women of the ocean. It's awesome to have you on, and thanks so much for making time to have a brief chat with me.
Big thanks to you, Steve. I love sharing ocean passion and ocean stories. So it's a privilege, man. Thank you.
Yeah, very, very lekker. Well, we've had a few guests on, and the way this is happening is we're rolling it out over the day tomorrow, 4 different podcasts with 4 different amazing women who have pretty much dedicated their lives to all things ocean. And that's essentially what you've done. So we're going to dive straight in, and I'm going to ask you a few questions, and you can just answer from your heart. So you've chosen to protect the ocean and to dedicate your life to doing so. What would you say has been the biggest challenges for you in making this life choice that you did?
Yes, I suppose I was very lucky because I was in love with the ocean. I didn't grow up near the ocean, and I had full support, I suppose, from those around me to drive this passion. I mean, so much so I literally used to listen to like dolphin and whale sounds as a kid. I wanted to be a dolphin. That was the plan, the ultimate plan. But I think the challenge along the way, and even still today, is just to remind people to really have hope. I always look for the positives, and I'm forever the optimist, and to realize that there's still a lot of amazing, good things happening out there related to the ocean. So first of all, the ocean's really good to us and for us, but they're incredible people and incredible positive stories that we need to share, so we don't get so bogged down by the heaviness, and the pressure of protect the ocean. It's almost too late, because it's never too late. So there's still lots of wins, and I try and focus on that, because that helps me to, well, inspire myself, but also to inspire others. So yeah, the challenge is just to like, hey, thumbs up, there's hope, and we are achieving something, and people are doing good after all, actually.
Yeah, exactly. And it's all about education, right? We'll get onto that in a minute, but it's educating people to kind of get them up to speed with and to look beyond the dogma that's possibly out there. And the more you get educated about the ocean, i.e. it's the biggest lung on the planet, I always growing up thought it was the Amazon jungle, and then I learned it's not. It's actually phytoplankton, which provides us with a lot of the oxygen that we breathe. And
exactly, and there's such cool stories around it. And by using these stories, we can actually inspire people to be more curious and be more inquisitive. And the more you learn, the more you're going to care. And we also need to get people to realize, like, I'm in the ocean, we've got the blue planet, it's more ocean than anything else. But even if you live in Joburg or, inland, you can still be connected to the ocean because you're connected to water. So whatever we do. And we also have to look back and say from like cultures and heritage and indigenous knowledge, and connecting those beautiful stories with the way we used to live. I believe we were all people of the sea, and the way we live now, and then just work out how we're going to find that balance, because by protecting the ocean, we're also protecting ourselves. So for me, it's very important, even though I love animals and I want to be a dolphin, is to put people in the middle as well, and saying, we have to inspire ourselves to care, not just about the ocean, but the planet ultimately as well. And we play a very important role in that.
Brilliant. So you've dedicated your life's work to the ocean, and your passion is clearly evident when you have a look at your Instagram and the initiatives that you're involved in. What is the ocean to you when you're in it? When you actually physically in the ocean, or you're looking at it? What does it do for you as a person?
Sure, Steve. So for me, when I look at it, when I'm in it, when I hear it, when I see it, when I feel it, everything, it makes me feel 100% at home. And and like I mentioned, I didn't grow up near the ocean. So I think I'm trying to make up for that, even though I think I've spent a million more days in or around the ocean than not. But I also have this great sense of, being so privileged because it's so accessible to me. I make sure I live right next to the ocean. It's very important for me to to see it every day and hear it every day. And it just reminds me how lucky I am. And it also gives me a really great sense of purpose. I actually call it, gives me a purpose. Everybody should have a purpose. And that is really to make a difference. And because I'm so passionate about it, I love the ocean. I can make a difference by sharing that, with people and inspiring other people to also realize what a special place it is. And it's special not just because it's fun to swim in it or surf in it or, from a recreational fun perspective, but it offers a lot of career opportunities and employment opportunities. It offers a lot of food and livelihoods. And I think that's really, really important. And that's something that I hope I'm a biologist, but I want to highlight that social impact as well. So for me, the ocean's everything, man, like color blue. And of course, when every morning I get up, I'm lucky, I've got a sea view. And I just think like, how lucky am I? And the ocean tells beautiful stories. And I suppose when I have a look at the ocean, I just want to surf like Kelly Slater one day, which probably won't happen anyhow. But yeah, everything related to it, there's just so much that we still need to learn. And that excites me too. We know so little about the ocean, but it's just this amazing place and it's unpredictable, which I also like.
Yep.
And for me, one of the most important values in life is to have respect. And I think the ocean teaches you that, very quickly, is how to respect it. So yeah, I tell you what, this planet blue, I love it. So everything about the ocean attracts me and it feeds me. It's like, I've got a heart full of ocean.
Brilliant answer. And what about if we think about the youth now, what would you say is the best way to encourage the youth to understand and be more involved with ocean life?
So I absolutely love seeing that wonderment and amazement on children's faces when they are introduced to the ocean. And therefore, it's so important for us to make it accessible to kids to experience the ocean. And not just like a virtual experience, a real experience. I've seen kids who literally live 5 kilometers from the beach, but they've never seen a starfish or an anemone. And it's almost impossible to teach anybody, let alone kids, to care about something if they don't know what it is. And the ocean's got so much magic in it. There's like the most unusual, crazy creatures in there. And if we just have more opportunity to share that with kids, it will inspire them to really care. And I think not just about the ocean, but also about where they find themselves in the world. And if kids care more, we grow this generation of people who are going to make more responsible decisions. So yeah, we have to get kids to the ocean so that they can also feel it, smell it, hear it, all of the senses, and share that passion for it, because it is a magical place and it's something that we shouldn't fear. And I think, and again, when we get back to kids, for them to realize what and how it supports us as humans, but also to try and connect those dots with their heritage and their cultures and their stories. Because it's all about connectedness end of the day as well. So I've got a very high hopes for the youth of today and being ocean inspired. And if we all work together, we'll achieve it.
Yeah, there's a lot of great initiatives happening which are encouraging that and the social upliftment side of it. But as you so rightly said, it starts with education and educating them, and then getting them to nurture a love for the ocean, and then it just builds from there. So how many days? But
we have to educate kids without them even realizing that. It mustn't be like school. It must be like just fun and wow, and just let wonder. It's really a place of wonder.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there. And so, sorry, there's a little muggy here right in my camera. So how many days can you go without being in the ocean before you start going a bit bossies?
So, firstly, I'm not in the ocean every day. I see it every day. I work with it every day.
Yes.
But I must confess, I'm a bit of a wuss. I'm not one of those cold water, help swimmers. I would like to be, but I'm a wuss. So, but if I don't, I'm trying to think when. I don't think I've gone for a day in at least the last 3 decades without either seeing the ocean, being in it, or working with it. Even if I'm inland, it was always like ocean related. So it won't work for me to not be near the ocean. And I suppose that's why for me it's such a privilege that I get to work with it every day. But yeah, I love the warmer waters. So I've just spent a year in the Northern Hemisphere and I had to swim in the North Sea. Oh, and wow. That was cold, but I did it. and I've swum in Antarctica. So I've done a bit of cold water swimming, but hats off to the real kelp swimmers.
Yes.
I can't imagine not being near the ocean actually at all. So that would be a problem for me.
Well, I mean, I think you've hit the nail on the head. I mean, you spend your life around any subject attached to the ocean. It's enough to keep you going, whether you're in it or not, which is great. And then lastly, I just wanted to know, is there any on this World Oceans Day on the 8th of June, 2022, is there any message that Maryke Musson would like to say to the world about that sits in your heart about the ocean? You've said a lot, but I'm sure there's a little other nugget of gold.
Yeah, well, I mean, firstly, it's great that there's a day dedicated to the ocean. For me and many of us, every day is Ocean Day, of course. But I think the original intent, actually, of the United Nations with World Ocean Day is to really celebrate it and to celebrate how we share the ocean and how we connected to the ocean. So I want to remind people of that. So let's celebrate that opportunity and that connection. And this year, the theme is revitalization and what we can do to revitalize the ocean, therefore create new life, create new energy. But I think for a lot of us, the ocean revitalizes me every day. So on World Ocean Day, I celebrate that and I appreciate the fact that I have that opportunity. And I also hope that I can share, just that ocean stoke with everybody. So yeah, let's appreciate and respect it. And, it's so nice that we've also got a sustainable development goal specifically to life below water and in the ocean. And I love the French, like SDG 14, as they call it, Vida Submarina. So I said we should just celebrate Vida Submarina every day.
Definitely.
But let's always remember the positive and how it makes our lives happier. And therefore, we'll continue to protect it, whichever way we need to.
Beautifully said, Maryke. Thank you very, very much. It's been an absolute treat having a brief chat with you. And we just want to say on behalf of Wavescape and everyone that's connected to the ocean, thank you for all the work that you're doing and all your positive energy that you've given us today and some of the beautiful insights that we can take away with us and really just cherish days like this. We'll leave all the links down below for Maryke and all her initiatives and the great work that she's doing. So please follow, support, and we'll continue to follow your journey. And thank you, Maryke.
It's only a pleasure. So sending lots of ocean love and light to everybody and have a great World Ocean Day.
And you as well.